Every day I fall upon my face, say a prayer to the Father's grace. Every day I fall upon my knees and say a prayer to the Father, please. He is the reason. My name's Trevor. Trevor Jenkins. I collect rubbish. I'm a Christian. Giving away all my possessions, and I sort of not on the dole. I've done that since '93. And I walk around and I just try to live by faith with God that He supplies. And but a lot of times I go through garbage bins and stuff to survive, and go to op shops, and I go to a lot of places. So I don't exactly always survive, but that's my thing. And I read the Bible a lot. I've got my Bible. Can I get my Bible? Yeah, wait a second. My dad used to say, "Son, you're just a bum." The bum thing, I suppose, it comes from if you're not working that 8 hours and having kids and are well groomed and you're nice and you're respecting everything, respecting the conventions. I am a bum, but it's still alive. It still has significance in what you do, and I guess that's what I'm saying. Like in your rubbish and that, and you're a bum, it's still significant. It's funny how you want to be seen and who you really are and what you really represent, and then how you react to that, and then you... I don't know, I always felt I wanted to be an artist. I used to dye my hair and cut my clothes and dress like an artist and that, because I thought unis was sort of hotbed of radicalism, but they sort of weren't. It was really kind of conservative in a way, and I don't know, when I got to art school, I ended up getting kicked out. My behaviour and what I did, I was sort of over the top and selfish, and wanting to be a great artist and thinking I'm the best artist in the world, and all my ideas were coming out and I couldn't stop. I saw art students, you know, and art students were always just hanging out with the long hair, and they were drawing and smoking drugs and playing guitar, and it shocked me a bit that you could possibly fail. I thought if I did drawings and everything, I just didn't think it was a social thing. I thought art was just like, art to me was a comment on the whole society. So once art school completely finished and I couldn't go back, things just didn't turn out. Me was ended. This, like, your career, your doing stuff for yourself, it ended. I stopped and I just walked. There was just this relief, and when I walked I felt honest. I wanted to go to people's places, say I'm on a spiritual journey to have a place to eat or sleep. I know God was there, and all the things I think about God and life, I'm just going to live. Every day I fall upon my knees and say a prayer to the Father, please. He is the reason that I live. He is the power to forgive. He is the strength inside my heart. Oh, Jesus is the path. As I was walking different times, as I left Newcastle, I didn't think I'd survive. I'd get really, really, really hungry. I'm going to give up. And a few times I jumped on the train and I go, oh no, I don't want to. And I come back and I'd start again. I'd dedicate myself to God. I'd walk and I'd just go through the garbage bins along the street and pull out what I needed for the day and things that I'd find and stuff. And I'd find bits of Coke on the side of the road. I'd drink that and I'd sort of survive. And then I sort of wanted to live for free. I didn't want to be sort of dependent on people and that. So I thought, well, I could be the totally recyclable man, and I just live and I'll drink Coke on the side of the road and I'll get bits of can, I'll just live for free, and I'll have this sort of suit with a head on and oxygen will get fed in, and I'll just live on all these people's scraps and things, and I'll be the, you know, like a superhero recyclable thing, you know. When I first come to town, I walked from the Darwin airport. I slept near Parat, then I went to the soup kitchen there at Stewart Park, and then you go there and have a cup of tea and get a bit of bread, and you felt good. Like I'd clean up, I'd look better and I'd feel good, and then you felt better about yourself. Whereas before you just felt really scummy and you just got really run down. When I first walked to town and I was picking up rubbish, these guys from CNL Contracting, this guy came out and he said, "Who do you work for?" And I said, "I don't really work for anyone. Are you doing this for anyone?" "Oh, you're doing really good picking up your rubbish, but it's sort of like we've got to worry because we mow and stuff." And then they just drove off. And for a long time, I worried that I was doing the wrong thing on the side of the road, and I was going to get punched out by these contractors on quads, you know. And Alan, I don't know his last name, but he said, "Well, I'm the head CEO with Darwin City Council. Come in and see us." And I went in the office, gave me bags, and then I tried to use bags, and they gave me a vest, and I couldn't really use a vest, and they wanted to give me boots, and I couldn't really use a boots, and I worried for a long time I was just doing the wrong thing, and I was sort of antisocial, and I couldn't do it. I tried and I tried and I tried and I tried, and I'd leave the bags, and I couldn't carry the bags around. When I'm on the side of the road, walk around, sort of people will see you, I said, "Do you need a shed or something to stay in?" And they'll invite you around. I've done that a few times. Usually it's good for a while, but then what happens each day, I'm bringing back stuff because people give me stuff, and there's the stuff I have. And as it accumulates, they'll go, "Well, how come you got so much rubbish?" They consider that you should just live on thin air, that a guy who just picks up rubbish have no possessions at all, and they say things to you like, "You're really attached to your possessions." And I sort of think, well, if they got everything in their house, they couldn't fit into 8 or 9 garbage bags, you know. So I don't know who's got more possessions. Jeremy's where I'm staying here. Me and Jeremy had a bit of an argument. I felt like he understood that I was a homeless guy with rubbish, but then kind of he didn't want to accept me with the rubbish. Jeremy's a nice bloke, let me stay at the back. But what happened is that I had a heap of little bush camps around because I've been sort of long grassing for about 6 months. I thought, well, I can't leave all my stuff in the bush, so I got all this stuff. It got stuck in the granny flat, and then when he come back, he sort of freaked out about it. Anyway, I just felt like so many times I've stayed at people's places, and then you kind of, they say this is all junk and you just got to get rid of this and you got to move out, and then you kind of have all this stuff, and then people just stuff it on the front of the footpath or they ring the cops or something. And I've just always been in and out of places, in and out of places. When I'm going around on the road, the stuff I collect, sort of tins and bits of things which I'd like to put into art things, but I sort of never end up doing them. I got one piece that I did here, maybe I could show you a little bit. This is as far as I've got towards doing an actual piece, which is sort of, I stuck it on just once, and we sort of did that, but it's sort of, it's not, but that's about as good as it gets. That's why I got kicked out of art school, because this is sort of my art and everyone just thought it was rubbish. I find with my life, I don't have much discipline to take things and make something. I want to do it and I have ideas, and the best that's sort of turned out now is I put piles of rubbish on the side of the road. Ever since I've been here, different people give me $20, other people are coming out giving me food, other guys sort of wave, "How you going?" People invite you in for cups of tea. And it's not the money, but it's just the love behind it. There's a great passage in Proverbs that goes, what a man seeks is unfailing love. Better to be a poor man than a liar. We want someone to notice, and we want someone to care about us, and if picking up rubbish does that, well, go for it. You know? Never give up the soul, bum, bum, bum. Never give up your greatest climb. Never give up the soul, bum, bum, bum. Never give up your greatest fight. Time to give your heart out into the world, bum, bum. Time to give your soul another turn.